What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I have both of my cars in the background. Yeah, I want to talk about the KTuned product, the coilovers. In fact, honestly, they don't live up to the hype at all. If you do your research, you'll find a lot of like reviews and stuff like that. So I wanted to try out the product for myself, so that way I can have my own judgment about it in my own personal experience. First impressions, owning them for under 500 miles. There's a reason why there's only 500 miles. That's because I did not like them at all. The balance of the car was completely thrown off. The tuning of the coilover itself is definitely not optimal at all. A few of the things that I did notice with the coilover is that it just didn't feel stable. I personally didn't have the confidence to actually take these coilovers to the track just because they felt very unbalanced. And I stopped driving the car for almost a year now, and I haven't been able to actually drive it just because the coilover doesn't really inspire a lot of confidence on the road. So once again, if you're looking to slam your car and you don't really care about anything else, go ahead, buy these. But if you really care about performance, how the car drives, how it behaves, how well of a balance it is on the corners and all that stuff, these coilovers are definitely not it. Definitely go for something else. Today I'm gonna show you the coilover that I'm choosing for my second review. I do buy these products to do reviews and whatnot. So now that I'm done reviewing this coilover, I'm jumping to the next one. So let's go ahead, unbox that coilover and actually compare it to the KTuned coilover side to side. So what we have here is the Tein Coilover. These are the Flex Z, made in Japan, of course, and their quote is "for your driving pleasure." I've experienced these coilovers firsthand on my buddy's DC5 Type R, and these are substantially much better than these KTuned, like 100%. Even though they're a little bit more budget friendly, they offer a much better cornering ability, balance. So I'll link everything in the description, that way you guys can take a look at this coilover. Let's go ahead, flip it open and see what we got. Like I said, guys, these coilovers are awesome, made in Japan, and I'm sure they know what they're doing. Tein has been in the game for so long, and definitely a reputable brand. So let's take a quick peep at the quality of the packaging, which is amazing. Our first set of coilovers. We have the rear unit right here. Take a quick look at that. That's very pretty. First impressions, very solid. Has some weight to it. Very nice setup here. I can't wait to completely get these set up and dialed in and installed on the car. We have some packaging here, some stickers, and the adjustment knob for the top of the coilover. Let's put this aside and get going. And obviously this is the front. Wow, this is very heavy. It has some weight to it, which is nice. Very solid product, and has silencers on the springs as well to minimize any clunking or whatnot. It has a nice inside boot to eliminate any rocks going into the shock itself. Oh, we have a rotational top hat. It has adjustment camber on the top, and the best part of this whole thing is the adjustments right here. You can actually hear the clicks when you're going from stiff to soft, which is a world of a difference compared to the KTuned. I'm not gonna unbox the other two because they're obviously the same, but first experience, this is beautiful. So let me take the camera and show you up close. So taking a quick look at this, you guys see it has a lot of adjustments, and then you can hear the clicks. Check that out. Ready? Rears as well have the same feature right here. So we're gonna test these out, guys. We're gonna install them on the RSX. This is not gonna be an installation video. This is more like a KTuned review type of thing. because I already did a installation video for the KTuned. So if you guys want to check that video out and kind of get familiar with it and see like the steps of how to install a coilover, I'll link it in the description below. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead, remove the KTuned coilovers once and for all from my car. I hate them, I don't like them at all, and throw in a proven brand that knows what it is doing. So let's go ahead and do all that. So we have the wheels out, and check this out. These are the coilovers, how they look. A year of use with under 500 miles, not too bad. I want to take a second and do a little bit of a product plug right here. We have our forged aluminum alloy spacers. These come in 15, 20, and 25 size. These are centric as well, with the perfect bore for your RSX. These are beautiful, and also in satin black. I'm putting these on right now because these are our most updated spacer right now. Put them on my car, looks awesome. These are 20 millimeters. I'm gonna try them out because I had 25 millimeters and it was kind of close up in the edge, but I'm going to the track and I don't want any rubbing issues or anything like that. These are the back KTuned as well. They held up okay as far as coating. The coating didn't rust or anything like that. Didn't fade or anything, so that's all right on that term. So the next thing I'm gonna do is actually take them out and go from there. All right, boys, so we have the suspension out, at least just this side. Came out pretty smooth because I pretty much swapped any bolt that I touch with a brand new one, so they always come out very nice and smooth. But we have both suspensions right here, and I just put them side by side, that way you guys can see the difference. And I'm gonna start off with this right here. The spanner wrenches on the KTuned, extremely cheap. Taking a look at the Tein, much heavier metal. It's actually very, very heavy compared to this aluminum piece of crap, really. It's just very cheap, and this corner is really rounded off. So it was kind of difficult to actually adjust the suspension with these supplied wrenches. So these Tein ones right here, you can see, they're not just like picked off a shelf. Actually from Tein, they stamp them with the Tein logo right there. Much thicker metal compared to these right here. And yeah, much bigger, which means you have more leverage. And it's kind of crazy just to think that this is a entry-level suspension, whereas this one is a higher range in money wise and quality. This obviously showing off that it's not true. One thing I do want to say is that this suspension is much lighter than this one, not by a lot, but you can definitely tell by holding them side by side. But I do like that it does come with the silencer rubber right there, whereas this one doesn't have any of that. Tein definitely did their homework, and they've been doing it for quite a long time now. The metal seems a little bit more thicker and more higher quality, and also the quality of the powder coating as well. This one is much higher. It seems like it's going to hold up pretty well. So now, with that being said, I'm gonna grab this suspension and throw it on the car and get on to the installation part of it. Alright, we have the rears out. Tein is using a traditional bushing in the back. KTuned is using like a spacer here. They come like in a bag or whatever. So they slide in here, and that's pretty much all they have. And that's how much clearance they have for bushing. I also want to mention that Tein also has an adjustment Allen wrench right here, just like the KTuned has. So you have two options. You can either use this one, or you can just slide that one inside there. Either way, you have two options, which is awesome. This one's a little bit lighter. This one's heavier for sure. The top hats are probably made out of a steel, to be honest with you, and not aluminum. So that's probably why most of this parts are a lot heavier than this one, because this one's made out of aluminum. So I would say this is better for weight savings, of course. Another thing that I want to point out is that Tein has like a little gap in the bottom right here, and that probably lets out water, whereas this one doesn't really have a big gap, but it does have a little tiny hole in there, so you know, that's awesome to see in both units. Anyway, let's go ahead and throw in the Tein coilover on the car and see how it goes. I also noticed that the difference for the top hat, as you can see on the Tein side, is much shorter than where you go here. It's much larger and higher, where clearance is an issue, and I always had trouble trying to reach the back bolt back there. It's nicer to see that I have a lot more clearance and I can get to the bolts, so pretty cool, and I give it an A+ on that as well. So quick update, the coilovers are in. As you can see, everything looks great. Came out super nice, everything bolted nicely with no issues at all. The backs are in as well, but you guys can't see it, but now I'm just gonna kind of adjust everything and get the height dialed in. But that's gonna be it for today's video. So guys, I'm just gonna continue working on this and get things dialed in. I hope you guys found this video informative with the KTuned coilovers and everything. In my experience, I honestly did not like them at all. Let me know how your experience is with KTuned. I heard of many guys on Instagram that have a lot of issues, and they have left the comments and pictures and stuff like that. I see that there's a lot of issues out there with KTuned, and I'm one of them. And you know, I like to experience things firsthand. It's nice to just own the part for a little bit and see what the issue is all about. So that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe. My hands are filthy, but I'm gonna continue grinding. I have a race on September 22nd, so I'm trying to get this car ready. So thanks so much, and until the next one, peace.